They just need to confirm a like total axing of a permadeath, and will be as good as golden.
Golden is good for someone of port, I will give you that. I know!
But it also fixes a bunch of the, strips out a bunch of the archaic nonsense.
Oh! Huh!
That wasn't there before, was it? That means they updated the game to check those all.
Yeah! You know, convenience! Sometimes you need convenience, which goes back to that Final Fantasy IX, even though everyone's complaining. That's like one of the worst ports ever.
It's because it's a mobile port and they didn't upscale the, resolution and screen size.
And those mobile glitches that aren't in the original and therefore break the game.
I will admit, well, they are
The fuck? I'm sorry, what?
You have to...
Okay.
You have to drop down, pick up a key. Oh no, you have to get the moon pieces and then...
There's a key in here somewhere. We'll look for it.
That feels like that should have hit you.
We'll look for a key, but like people complained about them not doing proper scaling and all this other.
Even though and I think I brought this up before, you think you know, just always putting a game in HD or upscaling it or whatever, you think that would be simple and wouldn't create some issues, but there are times that will actually create a few issues, like if the game was not designed for a certain resolution or whatever. Them making that game full screen or widescreen, that could actually potentially
now we gotta find the key.
That could actually potentially fuck up the look of the models or so.
So now we've got to
Now, granted, because it's a turn-based RPG, it wouldn't be that bad and would just be more of a visual thing. Is that a tiny hole right there? Because the game...
Booyah!
Because it's turn-based...
And now, hold on. Just fly up. But, basically... I love the mobile port features, even though, on a side note, in learning how they work, to make sure they worked, how...
hold on, pause. I have to go use the bathroom.
What I was trying to say was, the Final Fantasy IX, in looking up how all of the different little... kind of... I was getting tongue-tied. In looking up how Final Fantasy IX handled the little extra modes and stuff, it did do what I thought it did, but... Also, why is there a dash flower up here?
Wasn't that always here?
Random as hell, but... Basically, in looking up how it handled things, we basically had... so that's a thing. There's no immediate cannons. So, how is this going to work? Do I need to shoot? Am I going to have to knock cannonballs off the top? But... Anyway, when I was looking up how the different little nuance mode things worked, I ran into this annoying, basically, yeah, that's what I thought.
You might want to make him a bit more straight. Yeah, around there, possibly.
Okay. Also need to angle it by the door. So, what I was trying to say this entire time. Hold on.
Wait. Oh, that doesn't look like they can turn the camera. Is there a... I swear there's a cannon at the back of the room to turn. There were those cannons, but they wouldn't be able to reach it.
Wait on.
I feel...
Okay, good. He's stuck on me.
As long as you don't jump. It feels very unintentional.
It's in the goddamn corner of the room!
I know it is, but
So I don't get a better way to do this. Without... And like, I even stopped my Final Fantasy point again. So, to say that, while I'm trying to figure out where I need to aim these stupid cannonballs, someone had basically had like a snarky remark about that'll work, but they had a snarky remark about like, oh, why did you, it was like, if you didn't need the assist, but they called them cheat, if you didn't need the cheat mode back then, why do you need it now? I want to be using it.
Because times have changed.
And then someone...
And also...
Oh, and actually someone kind of called them out on their elitist nonsense, or at least someone in that thread had said, like, that the game was, like, bad. They were like, why even bother grinding if you can just cheat? And someone was like, that is the stupidest thing I've ever heard. If you don't want to use it, don't.
And you see, that's why I'm more for, like, and you see, that's, oh...
Okay.
And, like, you see, that's why I'm more for games basically allowing...
Oh, so close. Like, I'm getting...
I feel like there's a cannon on the lower floor that you're supposed to use.
There isn't one! Carson? Well, I could... Actually, you can aim it from here. I was
half, right?
That'll be a little bit better. Hey,
and
but...
you get it first try as soon as we do that.
Hey, sometimes you gotta overthink things to get...
No, you don't, but...
No, but then... I couldn't straight face this. But then I get a hole punched in my man card. If you get enough holes punched in your man card, you get a manly ice cream.
It's the joke they're supposed to be that ice cream would be something unmanly.
Yes.
Yeah.
But...
Anyway, it was the 9 thing that, like... and also, this is its kind of own argument, but...
Wait, what? What in the who? Who in the what water?
That was overly simple.
What's the trick here?
Again, sometimes I feel like some of these were kind of...
Hey look, Goldine! I know it's just a koi fish, but... Goldine is in of itself. Well, I'm trying to ramble about not anyone remember the motherfucking Sea King meme.
Motherfucking Sea King. Anyway, was like, I hate the argument of it's like, ooh, back in the
back in my day.
I hate that argument of I didn't need it back in the day because I don't like.
I am fucking awesome.
This very much varies from game, like, this very much varies from game to game, but part of the reason I hate that argument is, to be blunt, most of the time you played a butchered version of the game that was intentionally made more unfair or harder to basically jack up rental sales. Resident Evil 1, its initial American version
doesn't have the
it doesn't have a aim assist, but not only that, I believe it has fewer ink ribbons, fewer health items, fewer ammo, and more stronger enemies that appear early on. And if the game was flat out broken by Capcom's American division to boost rental sales, they were flat out 100% told, we don't want people...
Screw it!
They flat out 100% told, we don't want people renting the game in a weekend and beating it, so the game was intentionally broken by the American division, basically to make more money.
Mm-hmm. And for an RPG, and me and Carson have argued this point like a million times, but it needs to keep being said that a convenience of an RPG having less grinding or cutting off random encounters.
Well, that's also kind of the other thing in general, is you see, and I know this is unfortunately a contrast.
Okay, Han. Spot on the roof. Oh.
Just to jump?
Well, Han. The problem,
you're going to have to basically long jump to that. That's what we call the bullshit.
I died. Okay, yeah.
They want you to long jump and hit the green platform.
Oh boy. But...
And, the other point I was going to make, to basically blatantly be blunt, a lot of hard games really, they're not really hard, they just waste your time.
Mm-hmm.
That's really what it is. It's just more of the game wasting my goddamn time. And that's all the features in 9 do, is it just cuts down on, frankly, dead time.
Well, that worked. Nice. That's what I was going to basically say. That it basically cutting off random encounters to get around an area. Convenient. Being able, the autosave that this version apparently has. Oh yeah, Cooper Race.
Also, before you do that, all the flags and banners here, I believe the characters on them basically say "Long live Koopa." I'm just going to let that.
Hey, Bowser is taking over Nintendo.
I'm just going, holy shit, they predicted the future.
I'm being an ass.
Yeah, I know, but... And, anyway...
For a quick side note, if anyone... Oh, that's easy. If anyone missed the Bowser news... Doug Bowser?
Basically, Reggie has retired as the president of Nintendo of America, and the guy that is filling his place is named Doug Bowser. And all of the memes have happened. Now, anyway, so this is more of a kind of broader difficulty.
Oh shit, one.
this is more of kind of a broader difficulty point, but I really do like when a game basically gives you options to potentially tone down or completely turn off certain mechanics, because, again, just to be 100% blunt, I feel most hard games aren't really hard through good or justifiable means. They're hard for wasting your time. Like, I'm just going to be blunt with this because I have been fucking playing it. Dark Souls just creates its difficulty through wasting your time. Fighting, like, several of the bosses in that game are actually not really that hard or not that bad. The problem is, to just be fucking blunt, the game does not give you enough bonfires. You have to backtrack while...
I would say more, but I'm, like, trying to...
But you just broke this in half.
Did I? Did you not see the gold, dude?
He was doing the same
yeah!
thing.
I'm like...
The best time is 152. Is that your best time, or is that the... like, the kind of set time to show you roughly... Yeah, he's, like, right fucking behind you. Goddamn, motherfucker. But, way back to my point, like, I kinda don't like beating this dead horse, but I was playing it, so it's fresh in my mind. Dark Souls is kind of a good example, I feel, of a...
Hey, all I've gotta do is just stay, like... ahead of him, so...
I feel it's a good example of a game that its difficulty doesn't feel fair, because, like, it's not... Like, the game is actually not really that hard. It just wastes your time. That's all it does. Why can there not be a bonfire right before the boss? Why do I have to go through the area again? How did the skills of getting through the area and the skills of fighting the boss, how do those two translate to each other? They don't. They're separate things. So, when I make it to the boss, I should be given... Don't do anything fancy, just run!
I was trying the roll command.
I said don't do anything fucking fancy. Look how far
rolling isn't fancy, I just hit the wrong button! I was just gonna roll. That wasn't fancy. I just hit the wrong...
But anyway, my...
Hold on. Did I get my... That was it. I got it mixed up. So...
But anyway,
oh,
like...
you can do it that way, too.
Like I said, and because I feel its difficulty is artificial, I would...
Okay, so...
and
that's
like,
what I was
and it's like...
We can keep talking, and... we cleared the thing, so we're...
You're basically done. It's like, oh, the parts was this the discussion, oh, the shitstorm this is going to start. Well, I haven't beat the Dark Souls. I am really close to that. I could technically just go to the end, but I wanted to try at the DLC, because I will be blunt, and I feel most of the game's difficulty comes from artificial methods, where it's, again, it's not hard. The game, it just really wastes your time. I do wish that the game had some form of mechanic you could turn on or off to basically just let me restart at the boss, and that's why the other thing, and it saddens me that and it kind of saddens me that this is a controversial...
We already hit the...
Yes.
When did we do that?
I think... Because, like, after you beat the final boss, the game, like, puts you on the moon, so... I think...
Well,
I think we opened it because the game, like, puts you on the moon and kind of forces you to, like, open that one as the first to,
no,
like...
it doesn't.
Fuck, I can't remember. You can go look back at the footage.
Well, it's open!
But anyway, the point I was going to make, and like I said, this is why I'm not against a game having options for you to make it easier is basically the options to
It
make
can
it
save
easier.
you time.
Well, one, there is that of, again, I feel...
This is... This
doesn't really seem that hard. This is just more weird. But, like, besides the saving time, we have the other thing.
This is cool.
It's like, besides the saving time, the other thing that it does is you basically... it lets players of different skill levels basically
enjoy the fucking game.
Enjoy the fucking game that they goddamn paid for, because
Novel concept.
Because I guess this will just turn into me rambling about Dark Souls.
We rambled about difficult.
No, I know, but now, like, because I'm actually close to the end and I've actually experienced a bunch of things, I can make more coherent points because
okay.
I can make more coherent points because I
Center of the Galaxy, that's the one moon, but there's two in here. It's time for the question of the day and my overall thoughts on the topic. So, anyway, how do you guys feel about games being remade or re-released with extra convenience features like a better continue system, better checkpoints, or better saving, or the added boosters that the Final Fantasy has on top of the other little augmentation features like the ability to cut random encounters on and off? In my opinion, that really does make a game more convenient. Overall, I see this as a good thing because I feel a lot of games just waste your time. And I personally love a game adding little features like this because it makes it far more easier to play without arbitrarily losing hours of progress to a death or bad encounter. And the ability to cut off random encounters in an RPG just makes it easy to walk around without being jumped, and in my opinion, that's really, really good, because sometimes I do not want to deal with random fights, so it's nice to have the option to disable those for a minute just to explore an area while I'm backtracking or going to a different area to collect something. But anyway, you can leave your thoughts, opinions, and answers in the comments, or you can leave them on social media. My social media links are in the video description. Now, as always, I need to be a show for a minute. If you enjoyed the video, hit the like button and leave some comments. If you want to keep up with our videos, hit the subscription button and ring the notification bell. And if you follow me on social media, that helps our community to grow. But anyway, I hope you all enjoyed the video. See you all next time.